important dignitary. Everybody's a dignitary on Jazzyred show. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Lynn Irby Brown.
All right. Tell my viewers why you're here tonight.
I am here to share an awesome experience with your viewers to let them know about Once Upon a Time in Oz. I'm the Executive Artistic Director for Prima Theater for the Arts, and we have an awesome production that's coming up, and we are going to share information with the viewers about not only the production but an opportunity to take part in helping to support our GLOW Scholarship Foundation.
Okay, and the GLOW Found. Tell them about what you're doing. You know more about it than I do.
All right. Well, one of the things that we are trying to do in the community is to expose students and children of all ages to the arts. We offer the performing and the martial arts, singing, dancing, acting, as well as the martial arts. At the end of the year, we do a special production that includes all of the arts. And we also like to try to make the opportunity to study the arts affordable.
Oh, okay.
And so the GLOW Scholarship is designed to help students find their true talent and encourage them to get involved in a variety of activities in the community that allows them to not only showcase their talent, but to entertain the community in a positive aspect.
Okay, so the fundraising is for?
The fundraising is to support our GLOW Scholarship Foundation. I have just been really blessed to have some awesome families to take part at Prima. And many of these families have more than one child. And you know, the arts is affordable for maybe a one family household or a two family household. But if you are a household of 3 or more students, sometimes you find yourself trying to decide who gets to take what. Well, the purpose of the GLOW Scholarship is to provide an opportunity for parents to expose their students to the arts and keep the cost affordable to them. And so proceeds from the production will benefit the Scholarship Foundation.
Okay, now again, when is this? When is this event?
It is going to be on May the 26th, and that's Saturday. That is Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
Also, we would like to encourage our community workers. We will honor and celebrate our community workers, and we're inviting them to the show. They can come. If they come by the studio, they can pick up a ticket. That ticket is free to them because, you know, the community workers is what makes it possible for everyone. And so if you are a teacher, if you're in the healthcare profession, if you're in the military, if you're a police officer or a minister in the community, we would welcome you and your family to attend. We will honor you at the beginning of each production. We have a 2 o'clock show. That's our sneak peek.
Okay.
And that's the time that we would like for all of our community workers to come out and celebrate Memorial Day with us. I'd also like to tell you a little bit about the production itself. This musical is a cross between The Wizard of Oz and The Wiz. So if you enjoyed The Wiz or The Wizard of Oz, you're certain to enjoy Once Upon a Time in Oz. Our performers range in the age of kindergarten through adult. We have males and females performing, singing, acting, dancing, kickboxing, and the martial arts.
Wow. Now, what about, you say you have some dance, you do some dance. Tell us about...
We offer ballet, jazz, tap, hip-hop, liturgical dance, musical theater, voice, and acting. And what will happen immediately following our production is we will start our summer camp. And we have evening camps that are available for students 3 years and up to begin their journey in the arts, either the performing or the martial arts.
Wow.
We also have, and we are very excited about this, we also have something called Camp Discovery. This year, we are offering a summer camp. The hours are from 7 to 4 o'clock p.m. and it's open to grades K through 8. And the cool thing about this camp that we believe that makes it so unique is not only our passionate staff, but we are also going to infuse the arts and enrichment. So they're not only swimming and going on field trips and having fun, meeting new people, we will also enhance their academic enrichment with something called STEAM. And what STEAM is, it's a takeoff on STEM: science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Wow.
So while they're having fun learning and doing the arts, they will see how it's possible to do a little math while dancing, or a little art while singing. And so we're just really excited about the uniqueness of our Kids Discovery series. And so if you don't have any special plans for your young child, we would love to have them at Prima, because, you know, that's 6 weeks off for the summer. Kids can lose some of what they've gained through the academic year.
Right.
And so that's one of our passions, is arts and education.
Okay, now, tell them about you.
Well,
You some fly by night, just went on, started this thing up. Tell them about you.
not at all. I am from Mobile. This is my home. And I have been singing and dancing and acting. And let me reverse that. I have been dancing, acting, and a little bit of chorus singing all of my life. But I started out here in Mobile with Lee Weatherby School of Dance. I've also studied with Miss Mary Lou at Sheffield School of Dance and Miss Carol Graham, which were really pretty much the founding dance studios here in Mobile. Growing up, I also became a member of the first dance company under Major Birchfield, Dance Theater of the South. And it was one of the first professional performing ballet companies here.
Wow.
And I went on to the University of Alabama to pursue my degree in theater and speech communications. I came back home and began working in the Mobile County Public Schools, which I retired from last year. And
you were a teacher?
I started out as a teacher and helped to build the magnet programs here in Mobile. I was a part of the first team hired to put together the curriculums for Old Shell Road and Dunbar Magnet School.
Wow.
And so when I retired, I had the pleasure of being the principal for the first virtual school in Mobile County, and for the state, actually. So all of that has kind of allowed me to develop this foundation for Prima. I'm very passionate about academics. I'm very passionate about the arts. And one thing that I've found in working in both of those areas are that, you know, there are so many ways that children learn. And if we put all children in a box, we're not going to get the solution that we need in education. And so in working with the magnet program and working with the high schools, I served as an assistant principal and academic dean for Blount High School, worked at Williamson High School, Maynes. It has just been a wonderful journey, and a part of that journey has allowed me to develop Prima to be more than just a place where kids come to learn the arts. We believe in developing the total child. And so I have a great staff. Nikhila Nichols is our music director. He does an awesome job. Bethany Skelton, she works with our dance team, dance company, and she is just a really gifted, talented professional. And then we have 2 martial arts instructors.
Wow.
And Carvin White and Cedric Wright also lead us in that area. So we are just excited. And when I say that, I'm not just saying it for the camera. When you come out and see these young people sing, I have a 3rd grader who is Dorothy in one scene, and she will melt your heart.
Wow.
And then, of course, we believe in giving all kids an opportunity. So we have 2 Dorothys in our show. And she is an awesome young lady. And we have been doing this for 22 years. So
22 years.
This is our 22nd performance.
Wow. And I've never heard of your production. Somebody slacking in Mobile.
Well,
that's why we on this show, to get it out.
Well, I appreciate that, because we really want people to know what we're doing. And this is the third year. This is the beginning of the third year that I'm doing it full time.
Okay.
And so we want to get the word out,
yes,
because
ma'am.
We have a lot of students who are Prima alumni, and they are either performing on Broadway.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
They have their own studios at this point in time.
Wow.
And we even can proudly hail to say that we have a professional comedian among our alumni, and a lot of passionate teachers and educators in Mobile. So I've just really been blessed in my journey.
You know, when a kid started out when they're young, that's what make them keep doing it and be better at it, and because they really into it. So we do need to get them started out early. I'm going to commend you too for having the program. The proceeds go to help families that all their children can't go, because that is a hurting thing when your sister taking tap or ballet, and you might want to do something. It might not be that, but it's something you want to do on that stage. So that's a great thing what you're doing. And you know something, I'll tell you about a teacher, and they know I'm not lying. I went to a ball, and my teacher was Miss Evans. And I seen Miss Evans at a ball, and she looked pretty just like you. I said, Miss Evans, you look so young. She said, you all are the ones that were going to get gray hairs trying to run me crazy, Red. Golly, y'all teachers always look young and look beautiful, and just like time, because you're helping and you're doing something that you like and passion. That just freezes you. It just It's a fountain of youth when you go to teaching. I need to go back to college for teaching or something.
Look, I tell you what,
wow.
There are a lot, and that's why we are celebrating educators. I mean, to hear you say that is awesome. And a lot of times when you're in the trenches, you miss that message. And so we are really honoring our educators, because honestly, like you say, you saw your teachers. I will never forget when I became a teacher and we went to this big conference, and I saw one of my principals. I was like a kid in the candy store. Wow. I couldn't wait to just say, hey, look at me. I am a teacher now.
Yeah.
You know, and, the kids and the lives that you touch, you really do get a chance to make a difference.
Yes.
And our kids are our future. I mean,
they are.
People say that in song, but man, look around. I appreciate the compliment about freezing in time, but in reality, the youth run our future.
I know.
And we've got to invest. And I thank you for allowing us the opportunity to come on your show, get the word out. And we hope, I know you have a busy schedule. I know you do. But if you get a minute, we really want to honor and celebrate people like you. And you are truly a community worker and helper behind the scenes in many ways. And so hopefully you'll get a chance to come out and see some of these young people and see what they're doing, because they will entertain you. And let me say this, we don't take all day to do anything. Our show will be about an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
But it will be a power-packed hour and 10 minutes. Singing, dancing, acting, and lots of fun.
Wow, I know it's going to be exciting. Do you have a phone number? We need a phone number in case they want to get in touch with you. Okay. Give us a phone number. And it's going on YouTube, so give us the area code.
Okay, it's 251-235-1616. And you can go online to purchase tickets at our website, www.primadancetheater.com. And if you are a community worker, please come by the studio. We're at 5446 Ziegler Boulevard between the hours of 5:30 and 7, Monday through Friday, and pick up your ticket. We'd love to have you at the show.
Wow, the phone number have been going across the screen. Give this lady, this teacher, this instructor, I don't know what she don't do. Give her a call, and let's go out and see these kids. Now, we always talking about our children when they do wrong, and we share a lot of stuff on Facebook when they do wrong. These babies are doing the right thing, and we're going to come out and support them. Jazzyred, we love you. Give her a call. Peace out. Jazzyred Talk Show. We up here at VIA. They're giving a salute to the veterans. Peace out.
That we so closely prayed with their safe return, and we honored them. And after the Vietnam War, there was a special tribute that was developed called the Missing Man Table. And in recognition of this, Mr. Walter Ballard will present the Missing Man Table and tell us the meaning of the items that are here. We welcome everyone up after the program to take a look at the Missing Man Table. Walter?
First, we have Bill Atkinson. We get to Amazing Grace, the music going, and have Bill advance the American flag and place it on the table. Hold it flag. Thank you, Bill. This table ceremony means a great deal to me, and I would like to tell you a little bit about it and why it means so much to me. I had a high school friend that was captured his second day on the ground in Korea, unfortunately. He was in that small task force of 500 men that General MacArthur sent over there first in the Korean War, and approximately 20,000 troops, a division of North Koreans with about 30 of the Russian-built tanks come down against that 500 men. So we see they didn't stand much. About half of them escaped, and about half got captured, and several, great number were killed out of that 500. And then he was captured and then passed away in a prison camp on the Yalu River the last day of February of 1951. But he was captured, I believe, July 5 or 6, just as, like I say, his second day on the ground in Korea. Now, a little bit more about servicemen still missing. See, we got some World War II veterans out there seated as well. World War II, there's 73,515 still listed as missing. Korean War, 7,841 still missing. Vietnam War, 1,626 still missing. Cold War, 126. Iraq and other conflicts, 6, and I'm pretty sure this number has increased due to some recent deaths over there. But a total of these figures that was given to me a year or so back of 83,114 American service people still missing in the various different wars.
I have the privilege today of presenting this Vietnam War Memorial Wreath. This wreath is to memorialize not only the soldiers that we lost, but also for the ones who are here with us today, because we know through the stories and the people that we've talked to, that if you served over there, you also lost a piece of yourself. And so This wreath represents different aspects of the Vietnam War. And of course, the greenery represents the jungle that you fought and served in. There are 3 red roses. And the roses, the thorns on the rose represent the pain and the suffering that you endured now and today. And then also the red rose represents the bloodshed. And then there is a circle of barbed wire, which represents the prisoners of war. And then last but not least, the dove, which is up here, it might be hard to see, but the dove represents defenders of freedom. And so I just want to tell you that I would like to offer you from my heart and from the heart of the American people, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you did for us. Your courage is admired. Your sacrifice is honored. And thank you for offering yourselves for all of us that we may keep freedom our home. And also let me tell you, welcome home.
That was very well written and very well put. Now we'd like to recognize each service and recognize you, Vietnam veteran, who served in that service by playing each of the service medley for their service song. And when we hear your song, I want you to stand up and give a big big hoorah or whatever, and let's hear it. Okay, Bill? Army, let's go.
We got some ladies. They're ready to talk, so we got some ladies in here. Wow.
Woo!
David. All right, all you brown water and blue water ladies. All right.
Ladies. Air Force. Air Force.
Good to see you, lady. Our fellow senior citizens down on Mountain Island Parkway. Good to have you with us.
I didn't give him.
Next in the program, I'd like to introduce our
I
guest
miss
speaker.
somebody.
Our guest speaker is Colonel Pat Downey, United States Army
miss
retired. And Pat introduced. He's a 72 graduate of the University of Tampa. Pat was the chairman of the Mobile Chamber of Commerce Military Affairs Committee, president of the Mobile Bay Area Veterans Day Commission, past president of the chapter of the Military Officers Association of America, and the VFW Post 49. He is a member of the Honor Flight. He helped organize and do the Honor Flights here in town with Dr. Booth. And he is also on the U.S. Alabama Battlefield Commission. He's also the vice president of the South Alabama Veterans Council and one of the finest veterans that I know of. Pat.
Thank you very much, Lou. It is a pleasure to be with everyone this morning. On April 30th this year, we celebrated the end of the Vietnam War, but it almost went unnoticed here in the United States. Only the communists in Vietnam commemorated and celebrated it. It was hardly mentioned in the media, but it was that time 50 years ago when North Vietnamese Army tanks smashed through the gates of the presidential palace in Saigon. Newsman Marshall McLuhan said, "Television brought the brutality of the Vietnam War into the comfort of the living room. Vietnam was lost in the living rooms of America, not on the battlefields of Vietnam." Of course, what he meant was that people grew tired of the war after it raged for so many years and began to protest against it. I would also add that if we say the Vietnam War was lost, it was also lost by the Congress of the United States. Congress had voted never to come to the South Vietnamese aid again and cut off all supplies to the South. It was hard to defend yourself without any ammunition. On the other hand, the Chinese Communists and the Soviets continued to supply North Vietnam. And it was, in my opinion, it was Congress who dishonored the 58,000 dead and the 300,000 wounded by allowing this to happen. For this reason, we should never allow our young men and women to go to war again unless we have the resolve to win it. We may question whether we should be there, but once we get there, our country, all of our country, must support us. I think it is a wonderful thing that you're doing today to honor our Vietnam veterans. Many of our Vietnam veterans never had any type of welcome home, so this certainly is quite fitting, and I appreciate it. Some of you may have been to Washington and visited the Vietnam Memorial, a memorial honoring those who paid the ultimate price in Vietnam. The memorial was dedicated in 1982, and I was assigned to Washington and Pentagon in 1990, and that was the first time I visited it. I knew many people whose names appeared on the wall, particularly those that I trained with and served with in the 5th Special Forces Group in Vietnam. But I also saw names on the wall that I was surprised to see because I lost track of them and didn't know that they were killed in Vietnam. On the wall, the year 1959 is engraved in the upper left-hand corner of the first panel on the east side of the wall. At the lower right-hand corner, on the first panel on the west side, we find the date 1975. When the memorial was finished in 1982, some people expressed surprise at those dates. After all, didn't the Vietnam War start in 1964 or 65 and end in 1973 with the withdrawal of the U.S. troops following the Paris Peace Agreement? But history reveals that the origins of the conflict go back much further, much earlier in the century, and the truth is that 1959 and 1975 did not even begin to encompass the years of grief brought to the American families by death in the Vietnamese War. On line 1, panel 1 on the east side of the wall, the two names of the first soldiers killed in 1959. They're Chester N. Aldenard, Master Sergeant, U.S. Army from El Reno, Oklahoma, and Dale R. Buick, Major, U.S. Army from Pender, Nebraska. Both were killed on July 8, 1959. The last deaths in Vietnam is more difficult to determine. 11 hours before the ceasefire deadline on January 27, 1973, Lieutenant Colonel William B. Knoll was listed as the last U.S. combat death. But American military personnel continued to be killed in Vietnam. On November 1981, Major Eddie B. Story, U.S. Army of Jonesboro, Tennessee, was added to the list, and names continue to be added to the wall as people are accounted for.
Blazoned with distinction on numerous military insignia. The color blue matches the canton of the American flag. It signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. And I apologize for my piece. The circle shape and the blue color match the official seal of the commemoration. The laurel wreath on the pin is a time-honored symbol representing victory, integrity, and strength. The stripes behind the eagle represent the American flag. The 6 stars represent the 6 allies who served, sacrificed, and fought alongside one another. Those were Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, the Republic of Korea, and Thailand, and of course the United States. The message on the back of the coin, it says, "A grateful nation thanks and honors you." It is on the back so it can be worn closest to the heart of the wearer. That is along with the commemoration's name. At this time, I would like to ask our Humana associates that are non-veterans, please come forward.
In gratitude to all of those who served, we ask all of our Vietnam veterans who have not been pinned to please come forward and receive a token of our appreciation.
Vietnam veterans, please come forward and be recognized. Spouses of our Vietnam veterans.
The spouses of the Vietnam veterans, they're calling for them.
On behalf of the Grateful Nation, we want to thank you for serving alongside of our Vietnam veterans and for staying home and supporting them and keeping the faith, and we just wanted to give you a small token of our appreciation.
My wife, everybody.
Well, that's okay. Wow. That is so nice. Wow.
We do have one final presentation.
Hey Mary, this is for you.
This is for, do we have any widows of Vietnam veterans that are here present today?
Wow. She's a widow.
Mary is a widow of an Army veteran. And I apologize because I thought he was a Navy veteran and had her stand up during the Navy song. Here's your pin.
Wow.
He is looking down here.
She's a widow.
She's a good
Wow.
spouse, right?
Are you a Vietnam spouse? Okay, go ahead.
I do want to thank Humana. I want to thank Bill and Lou, and especially Pat and Walter for real good and a memorable ceremony. Thank you very much.
Quickly, if you received a pen today, do you mind standing and just identifying yourself and the branch of service that you served in, please?
At this time, I'd like to ask Susan Palmer, who is the Humana State Director, please give us a few remarks.
I just wanted to say how much I appreciate the VIA Center and everything they've done to help us put this on today. It's such a great honor to be in the presence of all of you wonderful people. And thank you so much for your service and the work that's gone into this. I know my team over here has put in so much time and effort to make this special for all of you, and I hope that you feel special, and I hope that you walk away today with a little bit of warm part in your heart, knowing how much we appreciate everything that you've done for us and our freedom. So I just wanted to take a moment to tell you how much
I gotta
we
show you all this table here.
Thank you.
Look at here. Wow. Look at that. How you like that? He's showing you what they were. Wow. Look at this table. Like on the beach, you got a beach sound. Wow.
A friend that went to school with, he's also an MIA. He's called in that category. It remains Midwest down the Yellow River.
Dan Margaret dancing for the ball and entertainment. I want you to see the cake. Cake said, thank you for your service. Now here's each one of the cakes. And Dad's going to do each one. We got the United States Army, United States Navy, United States Marine Corps, United States Air Force, United States 1790. Wow. They've got refreshments for them. I hope you have enjoyed this show. And we're going to end here. Thank you. Thank all of you for your service. Jazzyred, we love you. Peace out. Wow. She accepted them for her father. Okay. Somebody cutting up onions up in here. They're getting them dry up in here. Wow. Okay. For her father. They're giving her opinion. Wow. We got a cutting onions up in here. Jazzyred, we love you.
And lastly, we have
Peace out.
a very humbly honored to be among your group today. I'm Bonnie Johnson, and I'm a member of the Azalea City Quilters Guild. Being a nonprofit organization, we're involved in many community projects. About 6 years ago, we decided to join a national project called Quilts of Valor, and I'd like to give you a little bit of information on how it began. The Quilts of Valor project began in 2003 with a dream, literally a dream. Founder Catherine Roberts' son Nat was deployed in Iraq. In her dream, she saw a young man sitting on the edge of his bed in the middle of the night, hunched over and seemingly in despair. In the next scene, she saw him wrapped in a quilt. His whole demeanor had changed to one of hope and well-being. The message she got was, quilts equal healing. She began to plan.
a volunteer team who would donate their time and materials to make a quilt. Some would piece, some would quilt, and some would bind, and the name would be A Quilt of Valor. From her home in Seaford, Delaware, the movement spread across the nation and beyond. Through the power of word of mouth and the internet, she soon realized this was a project that needed to be organized. It became a nonprofit foundation in 2005 with a board of directors and a structure of volunteers. Each state has a coordinator or two and local chapters. The mission states, the purpose is to cover all of those service members and veterans touched by war with comforting and healing quilts of valor. The first quilt was awarded to a young soldier at Walter Reed Army Medical Center who was from Minnesota and had lost a leg. Quilts of Valor are awarded at many different levels. They may go to military hospitals where chaplains award them to service members. Presentations may be made to units returning from combat. They may be awarded at VA facilities or presented to qualified individuals in ceremonies as we are doing today. We have awarded Quilts of Valor to members from every branch of service. We have shed tears with the warrior who needs to prolong the hug that comes with an awarded Quilt of Valor. Call it divine intervention. There is something magical and healing emitted from the folds of these quilts. The mother who finds a son wrapped in his quilt of valor and sleeping the first peaceful night's sleep since returning home can now sleep in peace as well.
To honor Johnny Smith. At the young age of 19, Johnny Smith began serving his country in the U.S. Army in November of 1968. Discharged in June of 1970, Johnny re-enlisted in August of 1971 and served 4 more years in the armed forces for a total of 6 years. Within the first 2 years of his enlistment, Johnny was stationed in Vietnam where he served as the counter-mortar radar operator. During his enlistment, Johnny received training in field artillery at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, counter-mortar, Dong Ha, Vietnam, firefighter, aircraft crash rescue, Fort Rucker, Alabama, and NCO training, commander driver, Fort Carson, Colorado. In service to his country, Johnny achieved the rank of E4 and received medals for the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal with 3 bronze stars, the Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal with 1960 device, Army Commendation Medal, 2 overseas bars, good conduct, sharpshooter, and expert hand grenade. This year, as our nation celebrates our Vietnam veterans, Johnny is among a specially selected group of Vietnam veterans who will be traveling this September on an honor flight to our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. Johnny is married to Debbie Smith and is the proud father of 3 sons and 10 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. Despite the fact that Johnny is 100% disabled due to health issues caused by Agent Orange, it has not stopped Johnny from continuing to serve his country through his devotion to his family and community. When you ask his family members what stands out most about him, it will always be the memories of quiet Sunday afternoon visits to aging relatives, where he would sit and share stories of growing up in Hugsford, the gentle way he would hold their hand, and always leaving with the words, "I love you." That same loving kindness that Johnny shows isn't limited to his family. Committed to his faith and community, Johnny is a member of the Presley Baptist Church in Atmore, Alabama, where he serves on several committees that provide service for his church and community.
There's Johnny. They say he is Johnny. There he is. Wow. You see it right here on Jazzyred Talk Show. Wow.
On behalf of the country, we'd like to thank you for your service, and we'd like to offer you this Quilt of Valor as a token of our appreciation for all that you've done.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, all the veterans for being here. I also want to thank especially Humana and their staff, especially Lisa and all the people who worked so hard to make this happen. And of course, the VS Center. On behalf of the South Alabama Veterans Council, we appreciate all your work and your help. Have a great day.
Jazzyred, we love you. Jazzyred Talk Show, and we've got a young man that finished from Bishop State College. We're going to give a shout out to all the graduates, and we're going to show you who he is. Jazzyred Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzyred, and this is a young man that had called me, told me to come up to Wings of Life, and he said he had graduated, and Red couldn't go to the graduation. I couldn't make it, but at least I'm going to say congratulations. Now tell them what you finished. What's your name, young man?
Cameron Shaw. I finished at Bishop State Community College. I got an Associate's in Science degree for General Studies degree, transferring to South Alabama. God is good. It's only through him that I'm able to complete school and finish. 2 years ago, I was sleeping on a cardboard box, struggling with a crack cocaine addiction.
Wow.
And here I am now getting a degree. I was nominated for Outstanding Student at Bishop State, who's who among college students, and this is all, God gets the glory.
Wow.
It's because of him that I'm able to obtain this degree and go further in my career.
So you're going to University of South Alabama?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me about, let me key in on that, what is that? What is that?
This
Kappa.
is
What?
Phi Theta
Move your
Kappa.
hand, move your hand. All right. Tell me a little bit about that. You in that?
Yes, ma'am. Phi Theta Kappa is an honor society at Bishop State. It's a national honor society that I'm involved in. So.
You're in that, wow, you're honor society.
Yes, ma'am.
Come from a cardboard box.
Sleep in a cardboard box, going from crack house to crack house. Only God gets the glory for this.
All right, tell them how you beat it.
Well, you know,
tell them about your center down here.
What I did was I came to Wings of Life. I lost. I was broken. I was tired. Came into the Wings of Life by the man Pastor Brandon Sanders, a good friend of mine.
Love him. Hello, Brandon Sanders.
He said, you know what, young man, we have a bed for you.
Wow.
And been here for 2 years. I'm a minister in training here. This is a great. If it wasn't for this place, I don't know if I would have started back to school.
Wow.
But because of Wings of Life gave me the opportunity, allowed me the time to go, I'm grateful to this facility. It's a great program to get your life together. If you would like to volunteer, we always look for volunteers at our thrift store as well as our kitchen. We feed the homeless every Saturday at Wings of Life. We also cater. We cater. We sell plates to companies like Also Burke Plate. All of this help fund the ministry. But if you know a loved one that needs to get their lives together and overcome their addiction, whether it be crack cocaine, meth addiction, pills, tell them to come on to Wings of Life and get their lives changed. If God can do it for me, he can do it for anybody else. And one thing, we are the only Christian organization, rehab, in the Southeast that accept married couples. The only one. So if you know a husband and a wife that together that want to get their lives changed, tell them to come to Wings of Life.
They can come right to Wings of Life.
Yes, ma'am.
Jazz is going to show you what she picked up for somebody. All right, Jazzyred Talk Show. I wanted to show you what I got. Hold that up, Cameron. That is a Coleman blow-up mattress. Someone needed it, so I found one here. So you can always find air mattresses, everything. Furniture. He walking right in front of my show. Well, that's photo bomb right there. I'm going to get him. Jazzyred, we love you. Come down. What's the phone number to the program?
Yes, ma'am. 251-432-5245. That's 432-5245.
And you know that's 251 in front now. Give it again.
251-432-5245.
All right, Jazzyred.
All my brothers been shipped to the south, sleeping in rice fields, orders from the White House. But there's only one thing I wanna know. Somebody tell me Where did peace go? Oh. For 10 long years we've been fighting the money war. The poor boy's been dying. Tell me what for? Now there's only one thing I wanna know. Somebody tell me, where did peace go? Oh. Now 50,000 men have died in vain, leaving their families misery and pain. But there's only one thing I wanna know. Somebody tell me, where did peace go? Oh, where did peace go? Lord, yeah. Where did peace go? Mr. Congressman, where did peace go? Mr. Senator, tell me, where did peace go? Mr. President, tell me, where did peace go? Mr. President, where did peace go? It could have been me in a wheelchair with no feet. It could have been me trying to get across the street. It could have been me living in the streets, y'all. It could have been me with no food on my table to eat. But you know what? Cause it could have been me. Oh, I thank the Lord for saving me. Oh, I thank the Lord, yeah, yeah. Cause it could have been me. I really do. Yes, I do. Cause it could have been me. I got another verse, now listen. It could have been me, locked up in jail, y'all. It could have been me with no one to go my bail. It could have been me, I know it could have, strung out on crack cocaine, y'all. It could as well been me, shooting heroin in my vein. And I stopped by to let you know, cause it could have been me. Oh, I thank the Lord for saving me. wish I had a witness. Oh, I thank the Lord, yeah, yeah. 'Cause it could have been me. Every time I go down on my knees, I have to say thank you. 'Cause it could have been me. I got one more verse, now listen. It could have been me on my sick bed, y'all. It could have been me when the doctor shook his head. Can I get me a witness? It could have been me sleeping in my grave, but Jesus stepped right in, y'all, and he made old death behave. And I come to let you know, 'cause it could have been me. Oh, I thank the Lord for saving me. He didn't have to do it, but I'm glad about it. Oh, I thank the Lord, yeah, yeah. 'Cause it could have been me. Every time I go down on my knees, I have to tell somebody it could have been me. Sometime I go in the room and fold my arm. Here's what I say. Lord, I thank you right now. Have anybody ever took the time out to say, Lord, I thank you, 'cause you've been good to me. Lord, you've been so good to me. When I don't have no money in my pocket, I don't let it bother me, because the Lord said he'll work it out for me. I know he will. Have anybody been lonely tonight? The Lord said he'll be a company keeper for you in a lonely hour. If you